And in specific, thank you, Kendrick Lamar. I didn't wanna say anything to make him subject to any negative energy whatsoever, because people find some weird way to do that. But thank you again, and I appreciate you, and many blessings to you and your family. I know a lot of people were and are expecting me to respond negatively, but honestly, there's no point. I was blessed in the end. I'm appreciative for everything, and I've changed tremendously as a person, and I'm just very grateful for where I am right now. So.
Kendrick and Drake have been throwing shade at each other for a while now, but Kendrick just took it up a notch. There's been buzz about Drake possibly being involved in XXXTentacion's death. Some legal drama even hinted that Drake might have played a part. But is there any truth to that, or is it all just rumors? And does Kendrick actually have the inside scoop? So here's what's going down. Some folks on Reddit are piecing together clues that Kendrick's track Not Like Us might be dropping some serious hints about Drake and XXXTentacion's tragic end back in 2018. One theory floating around asks if Kendrick is suggesting that Drake had something to do with it. I mean, it's a stretch, but get this. XXXTentacion got shot right after leaving a motorcycle shop, and there's a motorcycle glove in Kendrick's album cover. That can't be a coincidence, right? People are wondering if Kendrick is trying to tell us something with that glove, or is it just a random design choice? Let's take a step back. XXXTentacion was tragically shot in Florida, and while 3 guys were charged, the chatter about Drake possibly being involved hasn't stopped. Here's the scary part. Right before XXX's sudden death, a wild post popped up on his Instagram pointing the finger at Drake, literally saying, "If anyone tries to kill me, it was at Champagne Poppy. I'm snitching." Later, XXX claimed that he got hacked, and that post vanished super fast. TMZ even dished out that Drake skipped out on testifying at his trial due to their ongoing beef. Now, diving into Kendrick's track Not Like Us, he's got a line that goes, "How many stocks do I really have in stock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Seems like simple math, but wait a sec. Reddit detectives think the 5 plus 5 is a nod to X, since the Roman numeral for 10 is X. They're suggesting Kendrick is asking, how much more should I say? Like, he's debating on how deep to go into the drama. And Drake, he's playing with numbers too. In his track on BS From Her Loss, he spits, "Maybe I should break that 10, do a 5. Then if it gets live, do a 5 again. If he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again." Damn, it sounds like he's echoing the same sentiments. And don't miss I'm Upset from Scorpion, where Drake isn't really shy about his digs. SMS XXX, that's the only time I ever shoot below the neck. Or you keep on shooting if you know that dead. People are linking these lines to XXXTentacion's tragedy, stirring up why Drake might have had a motive. Before his untimely end, X was rising fast in the hip-hop scene, not just with bangers like Look At Me, but also with his legal issues and beefs that kept him in the headlines. In the rap game, a beef at the right time can really rocket your profile, and who better to spark drama with than Drake, the Cloud King himself. This whole beef started cooking up in February 2017, when Drake was touring the world, soaking up different cultures like he was on a mission. It's like he was absorbing all the cloud from SoundCloud rappers and then just ditching them. So here's the scene. Drake's in Amsterdam dropping a sneak peek of his new track KMT featuring UK's gigs. But when people got a listen, something seemed off. Drake's flow at the start sounded way too similar to X's vibe on Look At Me. Coincidence? Some folks weren't convinced and started calling Drake out for culture vulturing gigs and X in one fell swoop. Drake tried to smooth things over in an interview with DJ Simics, keeping it chill like, "Nah man, I'm not ripping off X's style," but X wasn't letting it slide.
What's the situation between you and Drake? Do you guys have beef? Are you guys cool? Like, what's the situation? What's going on?
All right, I'm gonna keep it. I was waiting on this.
Talk to me.
I was waiting for you at the door.
Yes. Me too.
All right, so look, the nigga hit up. I'm like I ain't even on that snitching that shit.
Keep it blood raw. Keep it blood raw.
I got to, cause like I don't want nobody coming at me crazy. You feel me? Like I saw it, bro. You feel me? Like I wasn't in the wrong. Bro hit up a DJ that I fuck with.
Who did?
Drake.
Okay.
Drake hit up a DJ that I fuck with. You feel me? And bro told me, he was like, "Yo, the nigga Drake watched your interview. He said he fuck with you and he fuck with your partner Ski Mask." He's like, "Yo, he's saying he go call your manager within the next few days."
Okay.
So I'm amped up, nigga. I fuck with Drake.
Yeah.
You feel me? Drake a genius.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Despite me disrespecting him as a man, because I can't respect him as a man, I respect that nigga career. That's a GOAT.
Okay.
That's a GOAT.
So you know how to differentiate the two?
I know. Corporately, that nigga is the GOAT.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I knew what I was doing when I said what I said, and I knew how to approach him. because I know where he can't beat me at.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So
Also, in a bunch of now deleted tweets, XXXTentacion went off, accusing Drake of stealing styles from other artists like Dram. He was openly puzzled about how the music industry could keep letting Drake stay on top despite all these alleged shenanigans. X said things like, Drake might want to think about diving into real estate, because if his music career takes a dive, he's going to really feel that fake love. I'm not the first he bid, nor will I be the last. Drake a peep, money don't buy you respect. X didn't mince his words. He's convinced that he's not the first no lost artist that Drake has copied. Then he tweeted out a warning, basically saying all the money in the world can't buy Drake the respect he's looking for. He tried to play it safe and innocent, but let's be real. We all know Hotline Bling was basically a rework of Cha-Cha. It's pretty hilarious because one of X's buddies hit him up saying Drake was watching their interview, so he basically called Drake's career toast. Spoiler alert, that prediction didn't quite pan out, and even though those tweets are gone, the screenshots are forever. X isn't the only one who used that flow though. Back in 2015, Lil Uzi Vert was already laying out a similar vibe with Super Saiyan Trunks, which dropped well before X's Look at Me hit the scene. And even before Uzi, other rappers were trying out similar flows. But X wasn't about to let Drake off easy. From behind bars, he dialed up DJ Academics, straight up calling out Drake, accusing him of knowing about him long before claiming he'd never heard of him.
a lot of people.
That nigga tried to sacrifice me. That nigga tried to sacrifice. I hate speaking on it. And I want to say this right now. I want to say this on this video. I apologize to Drake for coming for his mom. I saw you as a business opportunity as you saw me as a business opportunity. As you extorted the cadence from that song. I'm not gonna argue. It is what it is, nigga. The cadence is the exact fucking same. And if I'm just an emotional bitch ass nigga, then it is what it is. We agree to disagree like men, but I apologize because talking about his mom was wrong.
To this very day, we see comments suggesting something like this may have been the reason we lost X. Bro, if Triple XXS stated himself that it's Drake, he knew something was up. Drake put the feds to sleep. The part about Drake's mom, well, here's the thing. This whole beef with Drake actually goes a bit deeper than people think. We'll get to that in a second. X's ex-manager, Adam22, had some solid proof that Drake's team was scouting X for collaboration before all the drama kicked off. Then there's the whole courtroom saga. In his first interview post-jail, X didn't hold back about his beef with Drake. He basically called Drake out for not being real, especially during the time that X was in jail, possibly facing a life sentence. X felt like if Drake had shown up at his bond hearing, it would have meant the world to him. He thought it would show that Drake was about the culture, not just about taking X's stuff, slapping it on his album, and then running off. X even said that if Drake had shown him that level of support, he would have given him mad props and let him jump on a remix and take all the royalties. It's like X was expecting Drake to come through for him big time, almost as if he wanted Drake to drop a verse in his defense. But let's be honest, Drake wasn't about to do that. He had nothing to gain from publicly supporting someone caught up in serious legal issues. And X didn't stop there. He went on to take shots at Drake's mom and even pulled some wild stunts on Instagram Live.
Hi you guys. Hey, tell Drake mom I want some Hey, tell Drake mom I want some tapioca pudding. Tell Drake mom I like my pudding tapioca. And I like my kneecaps like sandbags. Yo.
The real twist, Drake didn't react at all. He kept quiet while X was all over the place throwing punches. Then, out of nowhere, Chicago's own 600 Breezy steps in to defend Drake. He's like, chill man, focus on your music and your solid fan base. Breezy didn't stop there. He was even ready to fly down to Florida to sort things out face to face. X, on his end, wasn't having any of it. He fired back on Twitter telling Breezy to zip it, and even posted a video hinting that he's got everything under control in his hood. After Breezy's bold move in X's turf, things chilled out for a bit. The next thing you know, Breezy and Drake are hanging out like best buds at Coachella. But drama flares up again when Breezy takes a walk in X's neighborhood in Florida, and X warns him to watch his step. 600 Breezy later shares in a chat with Vlad TV that he ended up in the middle of XXXTentacion's murder trial mess because of that trip to Florida, which he took right after X dissed Drake's mom. He made it clear though, Drake didn't give him the green light for that trip. friendship. Despite the tension, Breezy admitted the spotlight on their beef was intense, so it's no shock that events brought him up. Meanwhile, Drake threw some subtle jabs by liking some pretty harsh comments on Instagram after X got knocked out on stage by Rob Stone. That's a low blow, even for Drake. Fast forward a bit and things seem to cool off. X drops his album 17 to big applause, while Drake enjoys the success of More Life. To cap it off, Drake signed 600 BZ, sealing their bro deal. Even though the beef seemed to simmer down, there was still drama brewing behind the scenes as we rolled into 2018. At first, things looked better with X hopping on the phone with DJ Academics to smooth things over about the whole Drake situation, even apologizing for going after Drake's mom. X was still adamant that Drake copied his flow for Look at Me, and while that was heating up, a snippet of a new track featuring Drake and Trippie Redd started circulating online. It later turned out to be the hit God's Plan. Amidst all this, X was making some positive moves himself, launching his Helping Hand initiative aimed at supporting foster kids. He talked about donations, challenges, and spreading positivity, a side of X not many had seen before, sparking quite a bit of conversation. When word got out about X's charitable efforts, reactions were mixed. Some people saw it as a genuine attempt to make a positive impact, while others viewed it as just a PR move to influence his upcoming trial for DV charges. Let's be honest, X's history wasn't exactly clean, with past allegations of home invasions, assaults, and some seriously grim stuff involving barbecue utensils. Though X's efforts to change were commendable, they couldn't completely shadow his past. His Helping Hand challenge was a great move, but it wasn't a magic eraser for his troubled history. Just when it seemed like X might be turning things around, Drake dropped his God's Plan video, handing out money to those in need all across Miami, including X's home state of Florida. Drake's Instagram post not long after seemed to subtly knock X's challenge, not once to hold back. Folks like DJ Academics and X himself were quick to call it out. But when Drake hit up Academics to clear the air, saying he wasn't trying to diss X, it kind of left people feeling mixed. X even stepped up, giving props to Drake for his good deeds, but you could definitely sense that there was some awkward tension hanging around. Sadly, that tension never got a chance to be resolved. Just a few months later, tragedy struck when X was fatally shot, and that's when the conspiracy theories really started to take off. Thanks for tuning into this deep dive into the drama and legacies of X and Drake. Drop a comment with your thoughts or any theories you have about this whole situation. Let's keep the conversation going.